beautiful evening from India, and a lovely noon, great evening, great morning to all the beautiful and pious souls who are watching today this global talk show by Business Power Academy, Netherlands. Today, we have a very special guest, George Torres Manrique from Peru. Welcome, George, to our show. And as we say this lovely journey, and let me apprise who is George and what is he doing? Well, he is a president of the Interdisciplinary School of Fundamental Rights, Premenicia Lusticia, Peru, honorary member of the Bar Associations of Moquegua Apurimac, and director of the library Recent and Forthcoming Scenarios of Legal Systems, published by Editions Oelenic, Diamond Ambassador of the Organization of the World Ambassadors, Argentina. So we are so excited to know about George. And George, it's your time to tell me about your life journey.
Good morning, Appreciate Doctor. I'm very grateful to Business Power Academic Holland talk show, share your life experience, and to doctor and friend Supriya Kumaravelan for the deference and opportunity given to me to able to share some passages of my life. Very honored. In principle, I say but I was born in Arequipa, Peru. I live in Lima, also for now in Arequipa. My childhood was very full, was very beautiful. I have the best memories. I was very friendly, and I am still, my parents were best thing that ever happened. Very correct, loving, and dedicated to the family, they educate by example. I had to have the best of them. I always had to a lot of respect for them, and I look and I took and I still them this as have preference and example of life. The relationship with my siblings was as always the best. A lot of fraternal union and a great sense of family. We always communicate and meet each other. The later, now less frequently, due the health situation in the world. My house has always been a temple to study. Um, I am infinitely grateful to life because it's allowed me to be what I always wanted to be, a lawyer and researchers, which is what defines me the most. It's like a dream come true, which I try to improve and I enjoy it enormously second by second. I feel immensely happy doing what I do. Happily divorced, I am single. It's intensive enjoy my hobbies such as bodybuilding, athletics, swimming, sauna bath, music is treasure and important on dancing, singer, the life of the research. This is my can be summarized in this easy I wrote, and this is called what those of us who write keep silent, chronic of the systematic violation of the fundamental rights. Uh, it's not secret that those who dedicate these symbols to the fascinating and the glorious world of the research. The same of the basically focused on writing and publishing either is a hobby contributing of the science of discipline, in this case, also flow, sharing points of will of experience perpetuating themselves in time and space, among others, certainly don't have a flat or convenient way to do so. In this sense, it is issue we will deal with what happens as consequence of writing in the correspondent age in the most intimate environment of the writer. That is, in this home, his affection, his family, his closest circle. At the beginning of these lines, we referred to way we consider generates in the author. I can be seen there for that those who write, there's a parallel reality, epic, sometimes titanic, that knows no deadlines of shudderlands. They enjoy writing with a Canaviesque passion and dedication. For a true research, reflection, digitalization of her contributors, and above all, their publication. It's incredible, indescribable sensation, akin of professional in academic fulfillment, of bliss in excess, needless to say, if the publications are periodical, the aforementioned effect, it's permanent, continuous. Navigating in the depths of the oath world on their annually entails abstraction and complete attention, hours, days, and years usually go by while the author is often not ever aware of it. Then there are not weekends or holidays that are saved from the inspirational vocacity of the writer to be devoted inexcusably at the almost but strength stealth to writing. The writer is engrossed in these edific dreams and endeavors whatever these are the elaboration at works or developers destined to issuing articles, columns, books, theaters. He cannot wait to get home, to return to the able to devote himself with open arms to his research, to his intellectuality production to this quintessence. He does not even want to give to have dinner with his family. He would like to do in front on this faithful monitor or in this of this of if he does he only spends seconds to do so. His business requires almost absolute concentration. If you are writing and then the phone writes, you decide to answer, it must probably the inspiration why will leave you ingrateful ipso facto immediately, since the ideas, comments, reflections, and others that were flowing generous and heavenly before the faithful ringing of the phone, while simple, despair and perhaps never to return. The same apples to other types, the interruptions. This will inevitably plunge the interrupt writer into the state the well-determined and unerious. By the way, it will the difficult, although not impossible, to be able to count on the total understanding and support to dance the great constitutional Pedro Planes Silva has had during his lifetime, when his life declared in a report that was made to him that she waited parented for him every night until dawn, until he finished writing. That later, on other why provide that it is should not necessary had been so, since the mental of injustice uh, is irrefutable. However, the proposed capacity goes beyond this, since the writer also needs to be oval, the shaper his pen, but also the produce more much faster. In this regard, the advice that young writer asked Nobel Prize winner Mario Vargas Llosa for the string. However, the answer was not minor. You have to make writing your way of breathing the whole time. However, writing represents an additional height and undeniable underhand cost, not necessary against the writer, but writer against those in this other closed family environment. Those who live with the writer do not seem to understand his passion, his mission, which is also exercised almost religious in these hours after daily work. Many times they suffer almost permanently in the one whose writers, the same one who has become the absent begin without leaves home. That is to say, who is present, but let's say only physically. And there's a counter the day at the begins, wait, wait. The members of the writer family need to share valuable and unforgettable moments with him. But this is almost impossible. It's practically a lost war. The writer is engrosses his almost fanatical and smart mission. He cannot stop. The will to create is stronger. The greater youngest son was to play him with him, load with him, have him be Howard. For this part, the wife also needs to talk, share, plan, and if a writer is single, if the writer is single, then his siblings and parents also need to interact as part of their family, but it's appetite for writing old voracious infinite. So much that on one occasion, I remember jurist dedicate his book on this youngest son, mentioned that the referred to the time and dedication he spent in its elaboration with a Letanic never-ended history or story. It's
great,
not okay. It's Jaime Bailey, writer, pointed out about the misunderstood profession of the writer. There is no throne more selfish than of the writer. Since he monopolized almost of the time and dedication to this investigate passion, and as a consequence, the rest simple disappears for him. So clear that not everything and happiness in the life that surrounds the writer. And yes, writer, it's a gift which, by the way, not everyone has. However, a very dark shadow, diligent propose the writer, the well-known phrase, you give will be your gift. Lands on the words and the hardest possible way, then the almost scenes of being and candle of the light and darkness of the home on the same time. In the reward, some college have decided to soak their breaths in water, dedicate 1 day a week, only Sunday, entirely for the family.
Yeah,
Quality of
right.
time, of the expense, of the quantity of the time, but certainly it's do not necessary work, since, for example, it's impracticable to have the breakfast, seven breakfasts with the family, 6
Mhm.
for the previous day on the 4 for the mentioned day. The fact is that the time that has been set aside and that is unsuccessful fire to compensate will never be recovered. In this order for ideas, it should be not be it should be not that it, in a phase of the author hard work at committing to writing the systematic violation and many fundamental rights of those around him in present such, for example, to enjoy free time, to
Mhm.
free development of personality, to
Right.
tranquility, to socialization, mainly. The 40 men also under times the tranquility of the writer, also
Mhm.
perhaps to the lesser extent, and as a result of his summertime dedication. Soon ever, later, we have also and taking this toll, for example, distances from affection of his loved ones,
Right.
incessant remorse, to say of the least. And it's clear that writing, which belongs to the academic, and
Mhm.
has have seen does not come along. It has
Right.
serious flags before which we postulate to those who write not be silent anymore and to be ready for the admonization and empathy in
Mhm.
order to the able to share a healthy and convenient interrelation with their own, that it's to say to procure a balance for a firming in favor of unity, communicate and balance family coexistence, accompanied in turn of the unrestricted observance and defense for the fundamental rights of the members of their family. Thanks.
Very nice. And George, I will say that your life journey I saw full of family oriented, giving importance to family, how you people were sharing breakfast. So that was the lovely journey. Well, George, knowing to listen, what kind of challenges you faced in your life? Challenges.
Okay. In principle, to get into lower school, which is what I always wanted to be, because prior to that, I studied some cycles of education science, accounting, economics. It was a very difficult stage of not being able to find my way. Secondly, I wanted to be best lawyer and jurist in history of the world. Although it's true that I have not yet achieved this point, I consider that I am well on my way to that direction.
Okay, so this is really, really great. And I see a lot of books behind you. And definitely, it's a sign which is telling me you're a great lawyer. And it's absolutely, very great honor for me to host you. And it's really great to know about your challenges, how you met, how you overcome. And that's really, really great to know. Well, I want to know what kind of work your company does. What is your actual work you are doing for the society?
Okay, I am mainly engaged in external consultancies as president of the International Interdisciplinary School of Fundamental Rights, Prominente Justicia, and Legal Research, writing articles, books, lecturing, organizing academics events. Uh, this is enormously gratifying for me, and a relation to what is understanding. I am reminded of its nationality and internationally, continuously, systematically, and every university, institution, the academic, college, and friends. I feel that I am the best moment of my life, but that at the same time, it's only the beginning.
This is very nice. This is only the beginning. Yeah. And many more to come, George, in your life, because you are doing a fantabulous job. You are working day and night hard to give best to the society, which I can say in the form of a great lawyer, working towards your goal and mission. Wow, that's really, really great to know. Yes, George, you want to say something?
Okay. Uh, uh, to research my fulfillment in all
Mhm.
aspects, the pinnacle of excellence, to contribute to the law and to the just democracy and developed society, to leave a legacy.
Great. And if I talk about legacy, then legacy is going to be the super best, super awesome in the life which you are dealing and which you are paving your path on the way of success. George, I would love to know in my next question, you can say that what is your mission actually? What you have thought about the life mission, which we say, and generally, what's your mission?
Of course, nothing is more important in life than embraces the realization of your dreams. From my own experience, I believe, for example, that getting into college and become a professional as soon as possible, it's not necessarily directly related to achieving success, maximum developed and research your goals. What it's really important in life is to take each step with maturity, commitment, and passion. Obviously, the factor of compatibles and gifts are major factor, but giving your all day by day, minute by minute, second by second, will make a big difference. In short, success is not the product of change, of a pose, we egolatry. Rather, it's to do with the product, to result, to doing everything necessary, even beyond to achieve it. Success to does not imply feeling successful, but research reaching a very high level, which is impossible to hide, diminish, dissimulate. Success is demonstrated with concrete, irrefutable facts, so compensate that others will have no choice but to recognize you're as successful. The implies giving your whole life sparing no effort, but the reward will be immensely grateful. So we are talking about giving an exceptional meaning to your life, the embrace your most important dream to become
Very
them
true.
you always want to be, to achieve your life project while inspiring
Mhm.
someone else. By the way, I'm experienced to those who are passionate about what they do, who give their all, who always strives to do their best, who surprises himself day by day, who fights hard to their dreams, who takes care of this writing and this way to speaking, who observes correlation between that the says and the does, and what he does. Who knows how to behave with values and respect for others. Who who does it is out of self-commitment and not by obligation. Who is consistent, transparent, reliable, and affable. I mean personality, professionality, academically, and at the work setting. An example, it's not the main way to influence other. It's the only way, unique. Uh, Nothing like giving yourself body and soul, blood and fire to the study and research of law, the positions, what you may occupy at the time will not give you recognition and consideration of the academic and your colleagues because this is achieved only with permanent and methodical dedication to study. To will be the greatest achievement they contributed to law. In quintessence, its realization. In 12th century Europe, the first universities were created to teach law. Uh, at time, people studied to become better and not to become lawyers. We must rescue this spirit. In short, only by falling in love with law, I can fully enjoy the process and then as lawyers. I remember my father always say that my love was the university for the rest of for of your life. Finally, the values, the principles that they know how to observe will serve as support, legitimacy, and unity. Finally, the most important thing in the life is to be happy, personality, academically, professionally, work fulfillment. It's definitely a way to become happy. Juan, you want to achieve
Very true,
happiness
George. Very true. We have
full
to be
time?
happy. That is very important message. Right, right, right.
Okay.
Great one.
Full,
Yeah.
so you want to achieve happiness full time, fulfillment or successful or success. There embrace excellence, and the exceptional in everything to do. You want to be achieve the under the table, the impossible. The under the table, the impossible to achieve it. Thank you.
Superb message you have given. And whether you are an academician, you're an educator, lawyer, the most important thing in life is to be happy. And that's the great mission George is having. And this is really, really a great inspirational journey of George Torres from Peru. George, my last question would be, since it's a very interesting journey with you, and I don't want to end up, but still we have to respect time. What message would you like to give to your audience? Message.
Um, 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 Also about we talk the talent for me.
Yes.
Okay.
Talent or message you want to give to audience?
Okay.
Last question.
Okay. At this point, I must say that besides writing of the legal stage, I also write poetry, play cajon, but in this opportunity, I will sing a song. I hope you like it.
Sure, sure. It is great to know that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I start.
Yeah.
In reality, I have two songs.
Sure, you can. Wonderful.
Okay. Chururururu, 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 chururururu. Nadie como tú No quiero equivocarme, pero no ha habido nadie donde encontrar más luz. Nadie como tú, que crezca con la risa y entienda la caricia como la entiendes tú. Nadie como tú, con quien amanecer y quiera mañanas más que ayer. Nadie como tú, donde encontrar más luz. No hay nadie, vuela en mi alma, vuela hacia otros sueños y no encuentra nadie con tu despertar ni tu forma de amar. Oh, nadie como tú. Nadie como tú, nadie como tú. Nadie como tú. Churururu, 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 churururu.
Great.
The other song,
Awesome.
the
Yes,
other
yes,
song,
yes.
the other song, eh, un vacío, un gran dolor, me dejó tu ingrato amor al partir, pues no supo comprender mi agilidad, la gran pasión que hubo en mí y deshecha se quedó toda mi vida perdida en una obsesión por las ansias que tu ser, en mi ser tú dejaste. Sentí mi alma deambular ya moribunda en una vaga penumbra, añorando un nuevo amor que me hiciera renacer. Pero ese amor nuevo ha venido y se encuentra aquí conmigo. Ha borrado mi tristeza y mi vida ha renacido. Por eso comprendo hoy que tú fuiste una ilusión pasajera, que tu ser me consumió como un vicio, que te adoré solo por capricho y que el verdadero amor lo tengo ahora y me ha hecho renacer, renacer. Thank you very much.
Wow, today you have proved, George, that a lawyer can be a great singer. And I really, really loved your two songs. Although the language was a barrier to me, but it's really, really great to hear. This is really melodious. Superb, awesome. I'll just clap for you. Maybe you can hear the sound of my clap. Great. Well done. Well, George, it's really, really great electrifying session and lots of you are multi-talented, I must say. You're a speaker, you're a singer, you're a lawyer, you're a president, what not. So God has given you lot of virtues. Well done. Keep it up. Thank you so much, George, for coming to our show. And you spent a very, very great knowledge with us, and you have really shared. So I'm so grateful to you. God bless you. And I'm sure my audience also liked this journey with you. So thank you so much from depth core of my heart. And I wish you all the best for your future. Namaste.
I am very grateful to Business Power Academy Holland to share your life experience, and to the doctor friend Supriya Kumaravelan for the difference and opportunity given to me to able share some passions of my life. We very honored and grateful and remind and your consideration.
Thank you. And thank you so much, audience. Keep loving us. Stay happy, hale, and hearty. Until then, bye bye. Good night from India.
Goodbye.